Hi everyone. NBE has notified the NEET PG 2026 examination timelines, and the registration for NBE NEET PG 2026 is open since yesterday, 1st of July. So this session is our first session on NEET PG 2026 for a great journey together. This, I'm sure all of you are preparing for your examinations. We'll take you through a very comprehensive demo. You take your time. Till 21st July, the application is going to be open. You don't need to rush into the rush into fill your applications. Last year, the cities were over based on availability in the first few days. There are many cities which were not available after the first few days. The first mover advantage was there, but this year it is not like that. There is no first come first serve basis as far as city selection is concerned, which means anyone who applies till 21st July stands on the same footing as far as the city allocation. So don't need to rush into the entire application form filling or the registration part like last year. So we'll go through the entire process very in detail and also look at the changes that have happened. At the top level, we will communicate one change. Obviously, the coaching centers would have done that to you. 180 questions as against 200 questions last year with 4 marks. So the timing remains the same, 36 questions per section and 42 minutes for this section. The number of questions have come down to 36 this year per section, making it 180 across all the 5 sections, which means the total examination is going to be for 720 marks. The rest of it is almost the same, not much of a difference. The application form filling or the registration process is slightly different in 1 or 2 areas. We will also let you know that. We'll go through it one by one, field by field. The online application submission window is open till 21st July. Obviously, don't wait till the last time. But if you don't have time now and you're preparing, and you can take a few days off, and by the next week, if you're able to complete, that should be fine. There will be only one edit window this year before the final selective edit window. So the first edit window will be available from 25th to 28th July after the application form closes. But note that name, nationality, email ID, mobile number and other details you will not be able to change during this edit window. And most importantly, the correspondence address and test state preferences, which has a correlation. So that will also you will not be able to change it once you submit your application form. So these details you will not be able to change during the edit window. Last year there was a edit window, which is pre-final edit window, which happened. This is not happening. This is not available this year. After this edit window, which is after 28th July, in case there is a rectification that is required in any of these images like photograph, signature, thumb impression, only then there will be an edit window, that too only for those who receive a mail. Previous years there used to be a pre-final edit window where a list of candidates who not uploaded the photographs right, all those details would be available and you would know that you have not uploaded it. But this time it is going to be a selective edit window where you will receive a mail without any notification online in the portal. So that is a change that has happened. So please ensure that all your images, all the photographs, thumb impression, signature, etc. are properly uploaded as per the clear instructions and image upload instructions given. And then the test city would be intimated on 11th August and admit cards would be issued on 27th August like usual, and examination date is on 30th August. This time the results date is mentioned as 30th September, but usually they publish the results within 10 days to 14 days. So we can expect it within a week or 2 weeks. Like previous years, that is basically in mid-September. Cutoff date for completion of internship is 30th September. So that is an extension that is there. Payment, in case you are an EWS or an OBC or a general category candidate, 3,500 is a registration fee for the examination. ST, PWD candidates would pay 2,500. How do I log in? Go to natboard.edu.in. Go to the and go to the examinations and click on NEET PG. This is the entrance examination link. That is where you would log in. And once you move on to this page, you will get into this particular page where you will click on the application link over here. Currently, the information bulletin is also available. We would suggest you sincerely to go through the information bulletin in full. But in case you do not have time at this stage, at least go through these instructions very clearly, which will be comprehensive enough. We would always suggest anyways to go through the information bulletin. You also have the image upload instructions and the user manual available in this link. But right now for application, you go ahead and click on the application link. Once you click on the application link, you will have the first page which has the important information and all the instructions over here. Again, you have two options over here. One, already registered login, and to register. You are yet to register, so go ahead and click here to register. So the entire registration is a two-step process. First step process where you give your basic details and register with your mobile number, email ID, etc., name and date of birth, etc. And then the second step, which is called the application process, where you will enter further details to complete the entire application and complete the payment. We are yet to register, which is the first step. So we will register and get our preliminary information entered and get our login ready, and then after that we will come back here and log in every time we want to complete the application. You can complete the application in multiple settings by saving the you can keep saving the application and come back and then complete it before the deadline. Once you this is the entire page. Basically the timelines are all mentioned. So first thing we do is to start registration, click here and go to the registration page. This is the registration page. The first pop-up that comes up is whether you are an applicant or I am not the applicant. Always register for yourself is what we would always suggest. If you click on no, I am not the applicant, then it will say sorry, you are not allowed to fill the registration form. So in case somebody is doing it on your behalf, obviously they will have to click this, but always suggest that you do it yourself, because there might be information that others don't know. Don't give it to an agent is what we would sincerely suggest. Don't give any information away, because that might result in issues later. Now once you click on it, it will give you the basic details and mention that user ID and password will be sent through SMS and email, and application submission will require all these details: photograph, signature, thumb impression. Go through the image upload instructions, get all the images ready as per your as per the clear instructions provided, and also the documents that are required. Only 2 documents are required. We'll also go through that as we move forward. Now privacy notice. For the purposes of appearing the information and to avail services, these information are requested. So they mentioned that this is the personal data collected. I am okay with that kind of. So just go through that. Obviously you're going to agree, because only if you agree you will be able to go through the next stages. And this is something that is new this time, which is basically usage of Aadhaar related data for from UAADA for verifying the identity and further verifications at a later stage. So basically you have 2 options here. There are a lot of queries on this. One, you can provide the Aadhaar information to NBE to verify all information. They have communicated that they will not store the Aadhaar number, etc. They will use it for verification and fetching the details. That is it. But it is up to you. You can have 2 options. You can say I can disagree and move ahead and complete the application form, and then go to the examination, complete the examination without any information on Aadhaar being shared to NBE. That is also not possible. It will not fetch anything from Unique Identification Authority of India. You can complete the process, or you can provide your information where your details are fetched, and at the time of going to the examination you carry your Aadhaar card, and they possibly might have a biometric or some kind of verification, which makes it an easier process for verification for them as well as for you. Basically you just need to carry an ID card and it will automatically get verified, your Aadhaar card, and verification will happen there itself. So these 2 you can do. So again we are saying whether you click on agree or disagree does not make any change in attending the examination or in any way benefit or not benefit you. You can do either. First, let us say you are saying I agree and submit. Then you will have to give your Aadhaar number. Obviously you are agreeing for them to fetch your details from Aadhaar. Next, it will give you an OTP on your Aadhaar registered mobile number, and you will have to validate your OTP. OTP will come in from BT Aadhaar-G, and then your Aadhaar is validated. Once your Aadhaar is validated, then it will take you to the next page where you will have to go through your personal details for the first registration part. Let us say you click on I disagree. So agree took you to the mobile entering your Aadhaar number and mobile verification. Disagree and submit will take you directly to this page. Clear? So it will take you directly to this page where you will have to enter your personal details directly. So the step that is not there in Aadhaar verification, the step that is additionally there is in the Aadhaar verification is entering your Aadhaar and getting a OTP generated. Now depending upon this later stages there will be some data fetched. We will explain that. Now personal details you can fill in here. You start with the candidate's name, and the candidate's name needs to be exactly as per your MBBS certificate. My MBBS certificate name is different from my Aadhaar certificate. I have given my Aadhaar OTP. Don't worry about any of these now. give your name as per your MBBS or FMG certificate. That is sufficient. If you have done your MBBS abroad, FMG certificate sufficient. Your matching etc. will happen later. That is to be done only at the time of joining, which is 4 or 5 months later. Don't need to worry about it at all. Just enter your name as per your MBBS certificate or FMGE certificate if you are an abroad MBBS, and do not mention any prefix like doctor etc. over here. Date of birth, mention your date of birth. These details cannot be changed later, so please take care. Gender, select your gender, and nationality, you can select your nationality. So candidate's name we are entering here, then date of birth we are entering and selecting the gender, nationality Indian, NRI, OCA or non-OCA foreign citizen. We'll take some time to explain. If you are an Indian, skip this part quickly and move on to the next one. If you are an NRI, OCA, non-OCA foreign citizen confused, then continue with that. It will take another 2-3 minutes. First, if you are an Indian, then select Indian. If you are an Indian citizen, let us say you as a candidate is an NRI. Your father, not your mother, not the person who is going to sponsor, not that I am going to look for NRI seats later. I am an NRI. Then select NRI. Who is an NRI? An NRI is someone who has stayed abroad for in the last financial year for X days or more, maybe 182 days or more, comes under the purview of NRI as per the Act, Foreign Exchange Act. Or so if you know you are an NRI, then select NRI. You are an NRI, not that you are going to apply for NRI seats, nothing to do with NRI seats application. If you are an Indian who's Indian citizen planning to take NRI seats later through a sponsorship from father, mother who's an NRI or somebody else who's an NRI, you will still select Indian because you are an Indian, your nationality is Indian. Who's an OCA? An OCA is a foreign citizen, a person who is a passport holder of another country, not India, but has got an OCA card. Sometime earlier they might have got an Indian passport and renounced that Indian passport and then Indian citizenship and gone ahead and got the got a passport from another country. So in that case they would have had the eligibility for an OCA card and they would have got an OCA card. If you have an OCA card, then select OCA and or PIO. If you are an let us say an American citizen, nothing to do with India, you don't have an OCA card, then select non-OCA foreign citizens. Indian citizens who went ahead and got a foreign passport without an OCA card will select non-OCA foreign citizen. Again, this is the candidate, not your parent, somebody else. If you are this nationality, select the nationality accordingly. We have completed the nationality part. In case you select overseas citizen of India or non-OCA foreign citizen, which means in both cases you are a foreign country citizen, select the country of nationality here. For Indian citizen, you will select Indian nationality and then move ahead and submit your mobile numbers. You have your mobile number and alternate mobile number, both input. All your details will come in on your original mobile number, and enter your email ID and re-enter your email ID to generate OTP. Ensure that these are checked. And all these mobile numbers and email IDs, please don't come back and say that I missed out because this mobile number I did not recharge, because till the end of counseling process, till December, Jan, Feb of next year, you will use the same mobile number in All India counseling, and in many states an OTP is sent to the same mobile number. So please ensure that your mobile number is with you, recharge. Maybe you can even recharge it for 6 months if you're definite about taking a seat this year. And second, email ID, don't miss out your email ID. Don't give somebody else's email ID. Ensure that it is right. The emphasis is because we have hundreds of queries at least every year saying that my mobile number is gone. How do I switch? Which is very surprising, but please take care of that. Generate OTP. Once you generate OTP, you will get you get the captcha. You enter the captcha. You will have to enter the OTP received on your mobile or email. You'll receive the OTP from on your mobile and also on your email. In email would be from, if it goes to spam, just search for this nbms@mail.digitalm.com. You will be able to retrieve the mail if it goes to spam. So get the OTPs, enter the OTP. You will have to validate both separately. Validate first OTP, validate email OTP, and you will get these pop-ups once you validate both. Once you validate both, you will again get this particular captcha. You validated everything, you will go back and get this captcha. Click on I agree here and preview. Preview is required. Please do preview. You mention the name, date of birth, gender, nationality, mobile number, alternate mobile number, email ID is mentioned. In this, some of the details cannot be changed. The candidate name, mobile number, and your email ID you might not be able to change. So be very clear about what you are entering. If you have a confusion regarding Indian, NRI, OCA, something, please ask or call back someone or find information and then go. Check all the boxes if you verified everything, and then click on re-verify. Once you re-verify, you will get this. If you still want to go back, you can click on close and go back and then edit. Or if you don't want to and you are absolutely sure, then click on OK, and that will be the submission of the first step of application. Once you submit this, you will get your user ID and password in your email. Very clear? So you will get your user ID and password in your email address. The user ID will start with PG, and you will know that you will have that till for the further steps of the process. Now we get into the application details. So how do I go in here? Once again, like we said already, in the initial stage we already had this, right? The entire page where you logged in from natboard.edu.in and then went ahead and said clicked on registration, new registration. Here you will click on already registered to login and then move ahead to the next stage. The next stage is pretty simple, not very difficult. We'll go through one by one. First, you have the personal details which are auto-filled already, which is visible here. Go to the application form, and when you go into the application form, you will see the personal details here with all the details filled over here. Now, one thing that you need to note over here is the part which says detailed fetch from Aadhaar. In case you have not used Aadhaar verification earlier, you did not go through the Aadhaar verification, you said I disagree and went ahead, in that case you won't see this section at all. So if you have used Aadhaar, you will see your Aadhaar photograph and all the details. You only gave the consent, so you will see all the details. None of these details are being matched with any MBBS details, any of your other candidate details, etc. So this is just fetching the details from Aadhaar. Don't need to worry about it. If they want to verify, they will verify. It is an easier process when you go there, but don't need to worry about this. It will give you the house, street, locality, etc. It might be a very old number. No need to worry about it. Don't need to worry about this. You will be able to give a completely different correspondence address later. This is for those who went ahead with Aadhaar. If you did not go with Aadhaar, the section is not there. So go ahead, and if you click on go to application from here, it will take you to the application. You can always go in back and log in, like we said, from the NATboard page itself under NEET PG, and then enter your password. If you forget your password, you can click on forget password and get your new password. Once you go to the application form, you will have to fill all these details: personal, identification, communication, qualification, test date, and document and payment. These are the different stages. First, when you go in, you will see these personal details. This is a screenshot of what is visible. We'll start, all these details are to be entered, and here we will start with the personal details first. So these sections you will have to fill under personal details. We'll start with this. First is the application sequence number. This is your login. You would have already seen this and you would have logged in with this. This is also in your email. Always save that. Candidate's name, nationality, date of birth, and gender, they are not editable at this stage because you registered with that information. It is not editable. You start with information on the religion over here after entering the so you start with information on your father's name and your mother's name. Enter your father's name and mother's name, and that is as per your Aadhaar or any other document that you have. You can enter it later. During the NBE exam registration, when you're going for NBE counseling, MCC's counseling registration, really sorry. So when you're going for MCC's counseling registration, they might ask for your mother's name. So right now, when you're entering your mother's name, you're entering your mother's name, let us say as Ramya space R. Please ensure that you remember that. It might say in the record saying that Ramya space R expanded as Ramanathan or something. That you need to remember because it will ask you to enter your mother's name. So at least save your application at a later stage. Exact details have to be entered for you to again log into MCC later. This is a validation question usually. And similarly, enter your father's name. Don't put don't add on Mr. Dr. Shri, etc. Go ahead and enter. Select your religion. Here selecting your religion has only one minor impact. You can also change it later, not a problem. This is not used anywhere, but during MCC's application form, this might be auto-populated, and if you are Muslim minority or Jain minority, you might get a deemed university reservation under All India Counseling. Now select this religion and then go ahead. If you select religion as others, you will have to input the name of the religion. Now we go on to the category selection. General, OBC, SC, ST are the categories. If you belong to EWS, you will select general and then move on to EWS. There will be another query, another field which will help, where you will select EWS. If you belong to general category, select general. SC, ST, you can select SC or ST category. Note that OBC is OBC non-creamy layer. You belong to the backward class BCA, BCB in your state, or BC, MBC in your state, or OBCA, OBCB in your state, or even OBC in your state. You have got your state certificate. That is not OBC. That is not the OBC asked here. It is OBC non-creamy layer, which is a central certificate that is given based on OBC caste categories of central definition, which is under the National Commission for Backward Classes. If you have confusion, look at our OBC category, OBC videos. You will be able to see what OBC NCL is. Second, it is not only the caste categories, it is also the creamy layer status. If you should not belong to the creamy layer, so in that case, only if you are OBC NCL, you are supposed to select OBC. So if you select, let us say, general first, you will get, do you belong to the EWS economically weaker section question? You can select yes or no. If it is no, you will be general. If it is yes, you will be EWS. All these certificates, EWS or OBC NCL, have to be taken after April 1, 2026 for this financial year. Be very clear about that. If you have a last year certificate, check your eligibility for this year and then go ahead and select these options. Note that you're confused now. If you select OBC NCL or if you select EWS now, you can later change to general in case you don't get the certificates. You are in a rush now, you can't get your certificates. You can later change to general during the MCC's counseling process. But if you select general now, you cannot change it to EWS even if you know that your eligibility is there later. So better, if you are confused, to select the category you think you are eligible for and then later figure out, in case you are not eligible, change that later. So our suggestion is, if you are confused about general versus OBC or general versus EWS, select OBC or EWS, not general, and then later figure out whether you are, if you are not, then change it later during the MCC's counseling process. And now we move on to the next part, which is basically selection of OBC only if you belong to the central list and fall under the non-creamy layer. Next, you belong to PWD. Check whether you belong to the PWD category. Select yes or no over here. And go ahead. You can also select the place of birth. You just need to enter the details of where you were born, the city or location, place of birth as in your passport or in birth certificate. If you belong to PWD, select PWD. Once you select PWD as yes, just confirm again is what it will ask. You can confirm. PWD, please know the regulations and then go ahead and select this. Once you select PWD, Office Memorandum of Appendix 1 and 2 are available. As per Appendix 1 or 2, if you are eligible for PWD, you will have to submit certain certificates, including you will have to have your UDID, etc. And you will have to upload Appendix 1 or 2 as per this. So please ensure that that is available. Second, you have an option of scribe and compensatory time. In case somebody is not able to write the examination because of the disability, then you will have an option of a scribe, and all PWD candidates might also have a compensatory time eligibility. Check all this, and if you want both, select both, or if you want only scribe or only compensatory eligibility time, you select either of these or not required. Mention the type of disability and the percentage of disability. This is usually in your UDID card, which is Universal Disability ID card, which is given. In case you don't have that, get one from your nearest district center, where a district medical college or hospital or center, which will give you that. And this is as far as PWD is concerned. Now next is, after you select this, you go to this selection, Armed Forces Medical Service, AFMC Pune, and around 10 different institutes under Armed Forces have postgraduate options, postgraduate seats options. These are command hospitals across India and INHS Ashwini, etc. All these have PG seats options. If you are interested, you can select this. You have 5 priorities. We'll also run a session on this later. But if you are with AFMS, you are serving in AFMS and you are eligible as per the 7 years criteria, then you will be eligible for applying now from AFMS. Priority 2 is those who are part of friendly foreign countries, and priority 3 is paramilitary or other government of India organizations who are actually, if you're part of those organizations which sponsor. Priority 4 is ex-AFMS SSC officers, and priority 5 is civilian candidates. If you are not part of any of these or you're confused, you do not know, then obviously the normal doctors who have nothing to do with any of these services would fall under civilian category. Even if you don't select here, later during MCC counseling you will be able to select, and you don't pay anyways additional fees. We would suggest you always select priority 5 if you are not part of priority 1, 2, 3, 4, and then later take a call on whether you want to apply for AFMS or not. No additional cost now. Select priority 5 is what we would suggest, and then later take a call whether you want AFMS or not. Now next part is, you have the country code, mobile number, alternate mobile number and email ID. Don't need to worry about this because you will not be able to change it. This is already fixed, you will not be able to change. Now next is the identification details. Pretty straightforward. You will have to carry identification during your during the entire process of verification. For the entire process of verification, when you are going there for the examination, select an identity card. You can mention yes to all and then later carry any 1 or 2, that is also fine. If you have these, please select yes and give the number as well, the exact number. Let us say you select yes over here, so give the voter ID, select yes and give PAN, select yes and give driving license, and select yes and give passport. And if you have a passport, you will have to mention the passport validity. Note that let us say you don't have your driving license. You have it, you have your driving license, but you don't have basically your driving license with you right now, and over the next few weeks it takes time for you to search for your driving license. It's okay if you say no and then not mention anything over here. It will give a pop-up, but it is okay, you can mention there. In case you select no, it will give you this pop-up. Select yes for any, if you give no for everything, it will give you this pop-up. At least one government ID should be selected. And next, if you have the mark of identification, you can mention the mark of identifications, birthmark, or one is on the face and another is birthmark or body mark, and then click on I have reviewed and move on to the next part. This data is saved. At any point in time, once the data is saved, you can go back, come back and do it the next time. Communication details. The most critical part of this, we would say, as far as city selection is concerned, is the communication details. This is the change that has happened. Till last year, whatever communication details you give, the state, etc., permanent address state, etc., all these were taken into consideration, but you would have a list of cities available. This year it is not like that. Let us say you belong to Mumbai in Maharashtra, you will not be able to choose Mumbai, Maharashtra. You will be able to only give this correspondence address, and based on this you will be able to select the state. You can give Maharashtra over here, and at the time of selection of center, you will be able to select only the state. You can give 3 state options, but your first state option, default, you cannot change that, will be the state that you give over here. And by default, the system will try its level best to allocate you in any center within any city in this state what you are going to give here. So this is the most critical part as far as the exam center is concerned, selection is concerned. Whatever you give here will be the first option, and within that any city can be provided. Okay, maybe there. So here enter your address line of your correspondence address. So basically you will enter where you want to write the examination, correct? That is what you will write. So that address along with the city, district, pin code, confirm your pin code. Again, the pin code is mentioned that ensure that the pin code is correct. We believe that this is the first time this is happening. We believe that within this state, based on your pin code, they might be looking at arranging a center nearby. That is why they have asked for a confirm pin code for the first time, and they have also mentioned this highlighted. So basically, even though they are not asking your preferred city, they are only going with the state this time. They might provide you a center near this. Whatever be it, give the right pin code where you want to write the examination. That is what we would say. If it doesn't work that way, anyways, you have not done anything wrong. So go ahead and give the pin code of the place where you want to write the examination, and that address is what you need to provide. And then go ahead and click on the documents that required for uploading. There are a whole list of documents which are given in the NBE application form. We'll try to get that up. So NBE information bulletin which you can upload. So please ensure that you give that complete list of you look at those complete list of documents that are there, and any one is fine. There are simple documents like letter from the landlord, So if you are staying somewhere and preparing, please get a letter from the landlord and just upload it. It is just a reference. So don't need to break your head on this. I don't have my passbook over here, address over here, there, etc. Get something from your hostel or PG, wherever you are staying, or get just go ahead, get an affidavit signed on a stamp paper from a notary. It will cost you 300-400 rupees. Just sign it saying I am living at this location and then upload the address. That itself is sufficient. If you have any queries, you can always call back to us. So that is sufficient for this particular correspondence address. Then the next part is the permanent address. If the permanent address is different, then you will say no and fill the new permanent address. This has no relevance, but you cannot change this if it is the same as the correspondence address. If it is the same, you select on yes and both will be populated together. If you are entering the while entering the correspondence address, mention the country as well. Here we mentioned the country over here and selected the state, district and the pin code and upload the proof. Once you for uploading the proof, you can always upload the proof and at any point later before final submission you can come back and change it. Once you upload, the upload will also be available over here for checking. Go ahead. And then if the permanent address is same, mention yes. If the permanent address is different, mention no and enter it. Note that once you move on to the verification, save and next part, it will give you a pop-up which says correspondence address will not be allowed to be edited. So basically whatever correspondence address will refer to your test city first choice, test state first choice, and it will also refer to the nearest test states which you are going to select later. And second, it will not be possible for you to change it during any edit window. So this you finalize. And qualification details are next. Pretty straightforward. We'll give the academic details, MBBS internship and all the registration details. First we are going for the state or UT of completion of 10th, 12th. These are the different fields that are asked for reference. You can have a look at these by pausing these. Now we will go into the first part, academic details. Select where you completed your 10th, the state, 12th completed state, and then where you completed your MBBS. Let us say you select another country, you will have the name of the colleges or others and you will have to enter your college name. If you select the country as India, then all the colleges have been mapped. You can select the state and you can select the city of completion. Here we have selected the city of completion as let us say based on the state and city of completion, your institute will automatically get populated and university name will be automatically get populated. You can select the university name where you completed. Within a particular city you will have multiple universities, so select that and name of the college and year and month of passing. In case you passed in a particular year, got a degree in another year, that is all fine. You can select one of them, either in your degree certificate or actually when you wrote your exam or actually when you got your results, doesn't matter. Now next part is completed your internship. You could have completed your internship or you might be completing your internship by 30th September. Depending on that, select yes or no. Select the country of internship, India or others. If you select others, obviously you will select the country of internship over here. If you select India, select the state of internship and the city of internship. Here the city of internship is mentioned over here and the university of internship will also be visible and the institute will also be visible. We selected Tirunelveli as a city which is in Tamil Nadu. So only Tamil Nadu is being populated here. In case they miss out, you can select on others and then move on to institute of internship and enter the details. If you select a particular university, only within that university, wherever in that city, whichever institute is there will be populated. If still it is not appearing, don't need to worry, select others and move on. This is not going to be verified or validated at any stage for writing the examination. A minor difference, as long as you say others and enter your right institute, that is fine. Date of start of internship and date of completion of internship. Date of completion should be before 30/9/2026. And then we go on to the medical council registration details. Provisional or permanent medical council registration is fine. Get your details and mention your medical council registration number and the name of the medical council. So that is as far as your medical council registration is done. You might have to get these certificates later, so please be ready. And finally, we have the MBBS marks. When you enter the MBBS marks, it is first year MBBS examination, second year MBBS examination and final year MBBS examination marks. This is an aggregate of final part 1 and part 2. So now we'll tell you how. First we'll come into the decimal part. Let us say your percentage is 69.22. The round up is 69.22 to 2 decimals. Now don't enter 69.2, system will not allow if you enter 64.7. But this is 69.22. 68.77 is your aggregate percentage. Let us say for 900 in first year MBBS you have taken 619. Here 68.78 is the round off, but they say please enter 68.77. Don't enter wrong marks. Last year they put up a notification later saying this is used for tie breaking, but last year they put up a notification saying in case these marks are different from actually what you take during joining to the institute, that will create a problem is what they said. Implementation is a challenge, but definitely some year if they are implementing, you will lose a lot. So please don't mention any wrong marks over here. First year MBBS examination is all the total marks by first year total marks, maximum marks by first year total what you have taken. Second year MBBS examination is total marks by total what you have taken. Third year MBBS examination is again for final part 1 plus part 2. Note that here when you are taking the aggregate, there is always the confusion. I will sum up all these and take an average. No, it is not like that. Total marks of all these, right? First MBBS plus second MBBS plus third MBBS, all that you max out. Let us say your total is 900 plus 900 plus 900. Then 2700 is the base and total marks taken out of all these. Let us say it is 450 plus 500 plus 550. Then it is 1500 marks. That together in all the exams here by total of all the exams here will be your aggregate. That is how we need to calculate the aggregate. If you have any queries, you can connect back to us. Next, additional information. On your academics, deported or rusticated during a medical course, most likely it will be no. If it is yes also, it is not a problem. You will have to mention the reasons, but if you have been already, you would have obviously completed it post that, but you can mention yes, but that is fine, good to be fair, but yes, no also it would be usually for many. Change of use of unfair means, if you have been caught by using unfair means etc., then mention yes and mention the details of charge earlier. You might have been debarred and then coming back etc. Have you appeared in NEET PG previously? Enter the roll number. If your roll number is not there from last year, don't need to worry about it. You don't need to go back search for it if it is missing, and in this pressure don't need to spend 1-2 days on that. If it is there, take it. If it is not there, then mention no, it is fine. If it is there, just take it and year of last appearing you can mention. Then review and save and next. Now we come to the test state, which is almost the last part before uploading details. State 1. Here we put in the correspondence address as Tamil Nadu. So the state 1 correspondence address state as Tamil Nadu, not the permanent address, correspondence address. Because we wanted my preference city to be in Tamil Nadu, we mentioned Tamil Nadu. So we got state 1 choice as Tamil Nadu. This is not a first come first serve basis. This is a default one based on your correspondence address. Now second state choice, you will have to select. Since I have selected Tamil Nadu, the nearest states are appearing, including Maharashtra, which is a little farther, but they are appearing. But let us say we have selected Kerala. What we see here is similar states plus Goa, Tamil Nadu plus Goa. Maharashtra is not appearing. So depending upon which state you select, the nearest states are appearing as second and third choice. Same one for the third choice too. So you will have to select a second state from among this list. For Tamil Nadu only this will be the list. For Maharashtra that might be a different list. Gujarat might be a different list. If you select Gujarat, then those only will be appearing. You will select those states as state 2 and state 3. What NB has given, please have clarity on this. What NB has mentioned is, by default we will try our level best to allocate you to this particular state. It is difficult, like I might be in the southern part of Tamil Nadu, Kanyakumari, while the northern part is maybe 1700-800 kilometers above Chennai. Now if I select Tamil Nadu, they will try their level best to allot in Tamil Nadu first. But within Tamil Nadu, what we believe, they have not mentioned it. Based on the correspondence address, we might allot you in a nearest center is what they have mentioned, and it might be based on the pin code. So don't make a mistake on the pin code that you gave in the correspondence address. If Tamil Nadu is not available, they will allot in the nearest state is what they have mentioned. Possibly that might also be based on the pin code. Let us say Kanyakumari I am in, Trivandrum is nearby in Kerala. If it is available, maybe I get an option in Trivandrum. We don't know, but it is always right. We don't have a choice if it is second state. Otherwise the third state choice will be available. Otherwise any other state will be available. We don't think there will be a scenario where it will go beyond this. Anyways, it is nothing in our hands. All we can do is select this state and set this state and this state now, without worrying and believing that we will get in our state nearby our location, current pin code or location. So go ahead and complete this and then save next, and then we go into the final part. All you need to do is upload these 5 documents, nothing more than that. you need only your MBBS degree certificate and MBBS medical council registration certificate, or MBBS qualification certificate. It is your medical council registration that you will need to upload. These two you need to upload, and these three are images that you need to upload. There the photograph is one captured on in real time. We will have a look at it. Once you do that, you will have to make this payment of 3,500 or 2,500, and finally agree to it and submit. Now first we'll start with the photographs. Your recent passport size photograph and real time photograph need to be uploaded. Passport size photograph as per this file size 50 to 80 KB, JPG or JPEG, 200 dpi scanned. You can obviously now right now, if it is lesser pixel depth, then you will be able to give it to ChatGPT and say give me it in this format. It should be a recent one, and have your it should have your face for about this percentage is what is there. Look at the image upload instructions and you can upload your passport size photograph. Scan signature again 50 to 80 KB as per instructions, JPG or JPEG, and left thumb impression 80 KB in format of JPEG. Medical council registration file size is 1 MB max, and MBBS degree certificate is file size is 1 MB. This may be PDF, you can check that. Now here once you click on upload your photograph, you will get two options: capture photograph and upload photograph. The capture photograph, for capture photograph you need a webcam. You will capture and then it will capture, and then you will say go ahead. After checking this, you check this. If it is okay, you can click. If you still want to modify, you may be able to, you might not be able to modify that, but so please check on this. Just check whether it is possible. Upload your photograph, drop your file and upload your photograph. Be clear that this is the uploaded photograph, and then you can move on over here. So please note that one captured photograph and your uploaded photograph, which you have in JPEG format, will also need to be uploaded. Then upload your scan signature and upload your thumb impression and all the both MBBS registration certificate, permanent or provisional, and your MBBS certificate mentioned. Please upload these and then go ahead. If you are an FMG, you might have to, there might be a slight difference in terms of what is there in terms of marks, etc. Complete that with reference to whatever you have scored with an equivalent in FMG. Now this is pretty much, and once you do, you always preview, like we always say, preview all the details, look at every information. It is better to print out all the information and tick it one by one. Take some time, 15-20 minutes for that, and look at your captured photo, signature, etc., and then go ahead. You will have 3 uploads that is done in terms of images, and then 3 uploads which is like your correspondence address and everything, correspondence address, registration certificate and MBBS degree certificate over here. And then finally say okay, and then do a final submit. When you do a final submit, you will have to make the payment. Only then you will be able to do a final submit. After your final submit, one important thing that you will need to check is the payment status is success or yes. If the payment status is not success, then please, you will still be at this stage of having applied but not submitted your thing, your entire application form. After July 21st, there is no reapply possibility, only edit for those who applied. So please ensure that you have payment status as success and download the application form, and everything is over before you finalize everything. This is not the end. We are not showing this as the end. We have not made the payment here, but you will make the payment, and after your payment is done, you will have the confirmation page, get the confirmation page. Once you are done, come back on 25th in case there are any issues. 25th June, if there are any 25th July, if there are any issues for editing, or keep looking at your mail at a later stage for the pre-edit window. So we had mentioned that the timeline is in the beginning of August, basically the selective edit window 31/7 to 10/8. So from during this period, you will receive a mail in case some of the images are not right. It is only for the images. In that case, you will have to go re-upload them. Don't miss out during this period. At least once a day, check during this period. Otherwise, if you made a mistake, you can correct all except name, nationality, email ID, mobile number and other details, and your test center during this details. So check. So finally, before we conclude, most important things, give right information and also upload the right details, and ensure that your correspondence address is in the state and the pin code is also near the place where you want to write your examination, which is very critical. The documents that need to be uploaded or self-affidavit is also okay in a stamp paper which is notarized. So take some effort to ensure that you have the right document for upload. They might not be checking that, obviously for 2.6 lakh people, they might not be able to check anything, but it is always good to upload the right document for correspondence address verification. So that is pretty much that we have. All the best. Forget about the Aadhaar, not Aadhaar. If you're having Aadhaar, go ahead. Otherwise, don't go ahead with Aadhaar. Dismiss it. Say I am not interested, or I disagree, and go ahead. Both will give you the same marks and rank. Both will not change in any way the exam results. So go ahead. All the best. Hope you have been preparing. As the competition keeps increasing. ZyNerd also has a plan now for the counseling. We don't usually do it, but this time, because a lot of parents have been asking and some candidates want to look at a reference based on the marks they are scoring in comparison with others, we've opened up a short-term window till August 29th. There will be a package, a pre-counseling package, which will end on August 29th. If you're interested, you can have a look at that and purchase that. There is also an add-on in case you want to get any help on the counseling process later, or in terms of the application form filling, etc. There is a add-on that you can get for call support and email support. All the best to all of you. Keep preparing, do the best. You'll get the best seat that you deserve.